Hi, I'm Emily Jacobson, and this is my research design for ED 501, Designing and Interpreting Education Research Quantitative. The one-to-one education model is a new learning practice based on a progressive approach to education. It's been a big part of a new high school that has started in North Dakota, and there are many teachers and parents who are not sure if it's going to improve the students' educational experience. There are no other schools using this model in the district. Currently, Legacy High School is the only school that has implemented the one-to-one education model. With one-to-one education model, each student is assigned their own laptop to use for each class. At Legacy High School, we have Chromebooks that we give the students. Textbooks are becoming obsolete. Students are using technology to learn every day. So, is this affecting student success? And should all high school students in the district be using this model? All of this leads me to ask the question, is one-to-one technology improving 21st century skills at the high school level? And if so, which of those skills are being improved? I believe that there is a positive correlation between students increasing 21st century skills and using one-to-one technology. If this hypothesis shows true, there will be a significant difference between the students' 21st century skills at the high school that uses one-to-one technology than at the high school that does not. The 21st century skills being looked at are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication, and digital literacy. The students at Legacy High School and Bismarck High School will be the subjects of this study. The students at Legacy High School are the students that have been using the one-to-one technology model, and the students at Bismarck High School do not use the one-to-one technology model. In order to have closely matched groups, I will take 50 of the senior students at Legacy and 50 of the senior students at Bismarck High School. The relationships between one-to-one learning and 21st century skills can be studied in the Pearson correlation test. The type of data used for this test is ordinal. The survey will be given on a 10-point Likert scale from strongly disagree to strongly agree based on the rankings of each of the 21st century skills in separate categories: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and digital literacy. After collecting the sampled students' data, a correlation test will be run. Is there a correlation between the one-to-one technology and 21st century skills? If my predictions are correct, the positive correlation between the schools that use the one-to-one technology would have higher scores in the area of 21st century skills. This is not to say that each of the 5 skills would be higher than the traditional school's student scores, but it should show a strong correlation to the technology model. It would be shown as approximately R equals 0.6 to R equals 0.8, which would show somewhere in between moderate to strong correlation. If this data were to be put in SPSS, the results should be as shown in the relationship graph from the correlation test table. And just as a disclaimer, this data shown is a prediction of what would happen after students are surveyed to show an example of what would happen for this particular research design. This is not real data as of right now. The one-to-one education model is being discovered as a great tool to improve student success, especially with 21st century skills. My recommendation is that further research should be done. A larger sample of the same student should be tested when they come into the high school at 9th grade, when they have never had one-to-one technology before, and then tested again after their 4 years in high school of using the one-to-one technology. This would show a more accurate chart of where students start without the technology versus where they would end up after the technology has been implemented. The references that I have used for this study are from our Statistics for People Who Think They Hate Statistics textbook by Neil Selkind.